So this right here is the only video you need to watch if you want to learn how to make a Campari soda at home. My name is Ron Vierpen. I'm a full-time medical doctor, and I've been home bartending for 6 years now. During that time, I've learned how to make over 150 different cocktails, and I've thrown over 60 cocktail parties. And I teach other busy professionals like myself how to make cocktails at home. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you all how to make a Campari soda, which is one of my favorite super simple highball cocktails, low ABV highball cocktails to serve in the summertime. And right now, I'm recording this in the middle of July. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, the middle of the desert. It's super hot right now. And no matter where you are in the Northern Hemisphere, you're probably experiencing something similar right now. Whether you're in America, you're in Europe, anywhere like that, even especially if you're somewhere tropical like the Caribbean, it's going to be super hot. You're going to want something cool, refreshing, and maybe you want a nice, cool, refreshing drink in the daytime, and you don't want to have a really high ABV cocktail that will get you buzzed or tipsy in the middle of the day. You want something that you can serve at brunch parties, something that'll be nice and cool, but also still quite tasty and still a great cocktail. And the Campari soda serves that exact need. Campari soda is very similar to the Americano. The Americano uses a combination of sweet vermouth and Campari and combines it with soda. What this recipe does with the Campari soda is that, instead of having vermouth and Campari really splitting the role, the Campari takes over and becomes really the hero ingredient of this entire cocktail. It takes up that entire role. So instead of having 1 ounce each of sweet vermouth and Campari, what the Campari soda does is it gives that full 2 ounces to Campari right here, the great ingredient that I have here. And then we're still going to keep the soda water the same with 4 ounces. So that's going to be the simple recipe. 2 ounces Campari, 4 ounces of soda water. Now Campari, there is really no equivalent. This is the only brand out there for this. It is an Italian bitter liqueur, an Amaro. There's some other Amaros out there. Aperol is probably one of the most famous because it's also super red like Campari. But there is no substitute for Campari. If you only have Aperol or you only have something else, that would be a completely different cocktail. That would certainly be a great cocktail as well. You can do an Aperol soda. You can do an Amaro soda if you have a different type of Amaro, or like a Cynar soda, something like that. But if you want to make specifically a Campari soda, you have to get a bottle like this one, Campari. For the soda water, you can use any type of soda water or sparkling water. San Pellegrino is just my favorite, the one that I tend to use most commonly. As I said already, 2 ounces Campari, 4 ounces of soda water. And if you're familiar with how I make highballs, I prefer to use the sandwich method. What that entails is that I pour half of the carbonated ingredient into the glass first, then pour the non-carbonated ingredients, and then finally I pour the second half of the carbonated ingredient. The carbonated ingredient essentially forms the bread of a sandwich. All the other ingredients, which in this case is just one ingredient, but all the other ingredients form the meat, cheese, vegetables, all the other ingredients in that sandwich. What this allows is that the carbonation from that soda water travels throughout the entire drink. You get that effervescence and the bubbles throughout the entire drink instead of it layering just on the bottom or just on the top. So let's get right into making this cocktail. Before we pour any of the ingredients in the glass, I'm going to be putting a few ice cubes in there. I'm going to go ahead with 3. There might be room for a 4th one on top, but we'll see first. So as I already mentioned, 4 ounces of soda water. We'll put the first 2 at the bottom of the glass. And then next up we have our 2 ounces of Campari. It's going to give this cocktail a nice, beautiful red color. And then now we just have the final 2 ounces of soda on top with the San Pellegrino sparkling water. So that's going to go on top. It looks like we actually do have room for our 4th ice cube, so I'm going to put that on top. And there you have it, the Campari and soda. A nice, low ABV, refreshing cocktail to enjoy this summer and for many future summers to come. Cheers. So if you're a huge Campari fan like me, you're absolutely going to love this cocktail. Once you acquire the taste for Campari, which definitely is an acquired taste, it's super bitter, but it's got a beautiful, nice complexity. It's got some nice citrus notes. It's really refreshing. And again, nothing really beats that red color, that beautiful color of Campari. This is one of my favorite ingredients, and I highly encourage you guys to all make this, especially if you're a huge Campari fan like myself. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. If you found the advice in this video helpful, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I like to do 2 styles of videos on this channel. The first one will be like this, where it's a tutorial showing you guys how to make a specific cocktail. And then the second style of video will be more talking head style. I answer questions about home bartending, go over tips and tricks, share stories from my own journey, things like that I hope will help you guys become better home bartenders. And finally, if you want to take home bartending even more seriously, I actually have a paid community on school.com. That'll be the first link in the description below. Thank you. Cheers.